In Syria is a 2017 Belgian drama film directed by Philippe van Lieu. In Damascus, a mother attempts to keep her family safe as war rages and a sniper lies in wait outside her home. Now, I found out about this film in a couple of documentary searches, and Syria was one of them. I looked at the headline and looked at pretty decent, and it pulled me over. Not just because of what the film was about, but I looked at a couple of good ratings, and the movie kind of got my attention. It pulled me over. And even Rotten Tomatoes, you can't really avoid them. They put their reviews on almost everything they touch. So they gave this movie an 85 or an 89, if I'm not mistaken, pretty high rating. So I had to check it out. And as me watching it, I'm going to have to go back to Rotten Tomatoes and tell you guys that you are fucking mistaken of giving this movie a high rating, because by me watching it, this movie is boring. This movie bored the hell out of me. I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy it at all. The characters, the development, the plot, the dialogue, everything on this film was putting me to sleep. I was expecting it to put me on the edge of my seat, but I was getting to the edge of my bed. Now, in this film, you have one character, Hayam Abbas, which is the mom of the family. Now, her character, I love her. I love her character. She is relatable, believable, and at the same time, you get to see how she's interacting with the stuff that is going on outside her house, with the snipers shooting out certain areas and they have to duck and cover. But she's not enough to hold the film's package, because she has a family, like she has kids. And I already got pissed off seeing her children because, like I mentioned on my reviews, when you are watching a thriller movie, or horror movie, or a movie that's supposed to be about survival tactics, and all of a sudden there are kids in the film, they aren't there to just drive plot. They are there to deliberately fuck things up, just so we can be on our edge of our seat, just so the movie can progress in a more thrilling and more chilling way. And I have to keep saying this because there are better ways to get this done. You have to be creative, more creative as a director, as a producer, to let us to be on the edge of our seat. When I've seen her daughters, when I've seen her kids in this film as she was trying to get things situated, I was right. The kids barely listened to her. They didn't really try to do the things that she tells them to do. You got one daughter that is aware, like the whole kid, like everybody in the house is aware of how they have to keep their resources in the minimum. Like she kept telling the family, hey, look, we cannot use a lot of water. Fucking daughter takes a whole damn shower and be there for like minutes and minutes and minutes. And she snaps on the daughter. You got one of the kids that is outside taking selfies, even though there's a freaking sniper shootout outside, and she's yelling at them to tell them to come inside the house. There's a freaking sniper out there. You want to get killed? And then at the same time, there are bombings, there are more shootings, and they all have to be barricaded in one area. And one of them is still missing, and she yells at them again. I love her character because, again, she's realistic, but at the same time, by her kids not being well disciplined, I understand that they're doing that just so they can drive the plot, but it makes us hate the characters. It makes us hate the film. We get frustrated watching this. But again, she tries to keep things in a balance with these with her kids. But I felt like by this movie being based on these times where their lives are at stake, why you have to tell them this now all of a sudden? You would think they'll be used to it by now. Just saying. Then we have a female character in the movie. She's not really related to the mother or to her children or whatever. I guess she's just there just so they can stay safe in one area as they're like the snipers progressing and stuff. I hate her character the most. I think her character is the worst character of the fucking film. Not because she's bad acted, but she is. I'm gonna explain it to you so you can bear with me. First of all, she has a husband. She has a husband that goes to work day in and day out for her and her baby that she recently had. And then when he leaves out of the house, he instantly gets shot. Like he gets shot by the snipers. Now, Hayam, the mother character of the kids, she finds this out, and she doesn't want to tell the wife because she doesn't want to conduct on any sorrow. She wants to try to keep everybody contained as much as possible as these things is progressing. And she's not even sure that the husband is dead, so she don't want to tell her yet without being completely sure. So by the wife not knowing this, we begin to know her character even more while the film progresses slowly. And by the film progressing, I'm gonna just say it right now, the freaking wife is very, like, she has no honor. She is not loyal to her husband. The reason I'm saying that is because she cheats on her husband by kissing one of the mother's kids. And it's like, dude, like, your husband is out there on the line risking his life for you and a baby, and at the same time you're going behind his back and you're cheating on him. That don't make no sense to me. And then they bring raiders in this house. They have to be raiders because when the raiders came in, they're trying to find things valuable. So they find the wife. They find the wife there, and everybody else is hiding, but she leaves out of the hiding spot so she can, because she forgot her baby. She forgot her baby. So you're forgetting your child too. So the raiders come and they notice her, and they actually tries to rape her. It's partially rape, but at the same time, they try to, like, get their fill up with her and try to have their way with her as well. Now, these are the parts of the movie where we begin to feel bad for the character. We begin to feel like this character should be saved. But I didn't care because this is a character that is already unloyal to her husband. So I feel like I would have cared if she showed more compassion to her husband, for example. And then you have the guy that's trying to rape the shit out of her. Like, he's like literally on top of her, trying to kiss her, try to be a little bit more like romantic towards her, and she keeps turning her head. No, 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 no. I'm surprised at that because you're already unloyal to your husband. So why is you still trying to show that you are faithful? You about to just slip that guy some tongue, honestly. She was executed poorly. I did not like her character, but to be fair, almost every character in the film falls flat to me. I did not like the character development at all. Now, for those who want to watch this film in a thriller aspect, in a survival aspect, you not want to watch this film. You don't want to watch this movie at all. Now, for those who can relate to the times into Syria, and you was actually there, and you can relate to what's going on with the snipers and stuff, I know you definitely not want to fucking watch this movie. So I don't know why they gave this movie a good rating. I don't know, their opinion, or maybe I'm missing something. But from what I've seen, the only thing that was good, that was holding the film together, was Yazan. But she wasn't enough to hold this film together. For one character being in a whole batch of characters that has done that is trying to fuck things up, and with an unloyal wife, I felt like this film could have had a better casting. I want this film to be more engaging. I want this film to be more intense, but instead we had a smaller angle of just one character that we gave a fuck about, surrounded by characters that we don't give a fuck about, and characters that is trying their best to fuck things up just so the film can progress, and an unfaithful character that has their husband bleeding in the side of the street while she's busy having other connections with other characters in the house and being unfaithful. I'm gonna have to give In Syria a D minus. At the end of the day, you may be a good actor, but at the same time, for what is given to you in the table to be in a movie may not be enough. And that's why I think that they was getting good ratings, because of what the film progressed and what the film is supposed to be. But if it's not entertaining us, if it's not pulling us in, if we're not involved in the character development, the movie is going to fall flat. And in Syria, it disappointed me. Well, that's all I have for today. Please stay tuned for more of my reviews and upcoming videos coming your way. And this is Hugo, your critic teacher, and you guys have a good day.